Good evening, everyone. Good morning. And good morning, India, Australia, New Zealand. So, welcome to our virtual evaluation session. My name is Shubha Bhaduri, and I'm going to be your host tonight. And before I invite our amazing speakers, I have few housekeeping rules. So please keep your video on and keep yourself mute. So without any further ado, tonight's guest speakers are Dr. Smita and Ashok Singh. So Dr. Smita has her PhD in plant science. Now she is a full-time business owner, and Ashok is by profession instructional designer in a reputed company, building this business as a very successful couple. So without any further ado, please help me welcome platinum going Q12 Dr. Smita and Ashok Singh.
Thank you, Shubha, for that wonderful introduction. As Shubha mentioned, we're Ashok and Smita. And you know what? I came to a meeting like this a couple of years back, and the speaker said that it's a great opportunity where you can replace your income just by working a few hours a week. And I thought that's hard to believe because at the time, I was working really long hours, maybe 10 to 12 hours a day. I was bringing my laptop home on weekends. I had no time to play with the kids. They were very young at the time. They wanted to go to the park. They wanted to play outside with me, but I was so busy. And I thought, there must be more to life, just working all day, all night for a job. And this speaker is saying that you can replace your income for a few hours a week while you're working so many long hours every day. But then once I came to the system and I saw what this whole opportunity is about, I felt, this is something really we can do if we follow the system. So you're going to be in for a real treat tonight. And here's my wife, Smita.
Yeah, hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Shubha. And as Shubha said, I am Smita. I have done my PhD in plant science. And, currently I'm building the business full time and, enjoying every single day. I'm a mother of two. I have two boys. My older son is starting university this year. So much excitement in the house. And younger one is, in high school. And, we are building the business for a couple of years now. And tonight we are going to share you the opportunity that something nowadays in this, it's a business of 21st century, right? So something you can do along with your productive, job or studies or whatever you are doing it, that is like your source of income. Or if you are students, a lot of students, they want to do something part-time. So this is a great opportunity to do something, in your unproductive time. So basically, it's not a big investment of money and not a big investment of time. But at the same time, this opportunity is a full package. It's not about earning income, it's your personality development as well, your self-image, And again, being said that, it could be anything like, tonight, some of you are guests here invited by someone, and I'm sure you have some goal or some dream you want to accomplish that you cannot do from your 9 to 5 job, and that's how you are here to learn and see what is for you. So welcome you all, and we are going to share together the opportunity tonight. So at least you won't say that I didn't get chance to see something that can change my life, like a lifestyle, I will say, not the life, everybody's, we are doing one to, job and everything. So that's the lifestyle basically, right? So here, back to show.
Yeah, so here's what we're going to talk about tonight. But before I start, I'd like to give a bit of a background about myself. So I came to Canada when I was 2 years old, and I grew up in Montreal. I did my master's in educational technology, and then I worked in various industries for over 20 years. I worked in corporate training development in the corporate sector. I worked for financial companies. I worked for health and wellness industries. Also in the nonprofit sector, I worked for like hospitals and universities and colleges. So I've seen a lot of experiences. And the common factor was that in any field or any job, there's no job security. And if you're working in the nonprofit sector, a lot of people assume that because of universities and hospitals, there's a lot of job security. But you have to keep in mind that those industries require government funding, and the governments are never stable. And so there's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of stress in those fields as well. And then working in the corporate sector, one realizes that employees are probably a liability for the company because salaries are an expense for them, and corporate companies are looking to increase their share for the shareholders, increasing their bottom line. So either way, I realize that any job life, it's not in your control. I remember at my first job, I was really excited. And then after 3 years, they told that this position will be terminated because of budget cuts. So I moved from Montreal to the US and started new. We bought a home, and all of a sudden everything's just taken away just like that. So in life, there's no securities unless you control everything in your own destiny. So we're going to show you something tonight where you could build an asset for yourself. So without disturbing what you do, whether you're a student studying full-time, you can spare a few hours a week. Whether you're working full-time in a job, you can find some hours, few hours a week, and just to build a part-time business on the side, build an asset for yourself, and then that can turn into something very lucrative. So it's all up to your choice, but this is what we're going to talk about because we're focusing on business in the 21st century. And the world has changed a lot in the last couple of years. Before this, a lot of times people say, "Oh, I know about businesses, I know about industries," but it's a constantly changing market. You cannot know a business until you're actually involved in it because the business today is not the same business it was 5 months ago. So we're in a rapidly changing environment today. So this is what we're going to talk about today. What we have is a process because, like any field, we want to evaluate the people we're working with. And at the same time, I'm sure that everybody with the busy schedules is going to evaluate this opportunity too. Because if you're busy, you want to make sure what you're doing outside of it's important to you is very lucrative and makes sense to you. So there's going to be a mutual trust and transparency. We're going to give you clear facts and something that's non-distributable for you. But you have to look at credentials versus character, because in our industry, we're not looking for credentials. My wife has a PhD. I have a master's degree, but these credentials didn't help us in business. Because I never had any experience in how to run a business, neither did my wife. And nobody in my family had a business experience. In her family, everyone's in the medical profession. So we didn't really have anybody to follow or any steps to follow or any experience to learn from and how to do a business. But how you grow in this industry is with your character. Because if your character is strong, you can adapt to any field. And that's what we're looking for. So we're looking for people with traits such as someone who's willing to listen, learn, be teachable, accountable, and willing to learn. And if you have those traits, you can adapt yourself and really build, a huge business for yourself. So education is very key in this opportunity. We're going to show you the difference between facts and opinion, because opinions are very varied, and there's all kinds of opinions out there. And the key is to understand, which opinions have some merit or not. And that's where the facts come in, because facts are undisputable. So if we can show clear facts of how industries work and how they grow, then you can really measure against it. But you have to build a case for yourself, because like I said, we're looking for people with integrity and accountability, and we value people before profits, because our industry is a people industry, because technology can change, software can change, techniques can change, but the human being who has a strong character can adapt to any situation, and that's how you can overcome odds. So it's all going to depend on your level of ambition and the decision process you take. So in this meeting, what we're looking for is key people who are willing to learn. And then if you qualify, we can take you to the next step. So pay attention, take key notes, and then the person who invited you can really guide you on how to grow. Because the key in this industry is mentorship. When we came to this meeting, I was fascinated that you can build something on the side, maybe 10 to 12 hours a week. And like I said, I thought it was really something that's really hard to believe. But then the reason why is because you work efficiently and smart. So you can make every hour count. And if you do that, then you can do a lot in a small amount of time. So a couple who was really helping us, we came to a meeting and we saw this young, sharp couple. I'll get to see them tonight. And at the young age, in their 30s, they're financially free. They both left their profession and built this business full time. And we wanted to wonder, how did they do that? And we wanted to learn from them. But we realized that they have a huge organization, they have a huge team with them. And to get their time is not easy. So we realized that we have to be on their radar. We have to show that we have a willingness to learn and be teachable, so then they can guide us. And so once we did that, and we were on our track. But everything I said can only make sense if you have a strong why. Because why is very important, because if you're very busy, it's hard to find time to do something else unless your why is strong. If you're building something on the side, like in summer, it's beautiful weather, people are inviting you to barbecues, you want to go to beaches, you want to go on vacations, you want to travel. So a lot of people say, well, I don't feel like doing something. There's some people who work long jobs, long hours, and when they come home, they don't want to do anything, they just want to relax, have a drink, watch TV, and they don't want to do anything else. But there's some people who are working hard, they're studying at night, and then they still want to build an asset for themselves. Why? Because they have a vision for a lifestyle that they want. And that's why their why is strong. And there's some people who have been in, like myself, in experience in the workplace for many years. And they realize that after many years, you're not accomplishing what you want to do in life. You haven't really reached the goals you want. So then that's why your why is strong, because you realize that a job can only take you so far, but how can you go to the next level to reach your goals in life? You need to do something else maybe on the side. And that's why if you do some kind of investment or a business on the side, you can develop an asset for yourself, and then you can have some lucrative income coming in. But that only can be accomplished if your why is strong. So we're going to show you that if you identify why you're going to do something, you can reach your goals. Because the key thing is once you establish a goal, then you can only reach it. Well, let's talk about how we can do that today. So here's our agenda for tonight.
Yeah, so tonight, we are going to talk about different things like, different ways of making money, then asset development, of course, the business plan and compensation, like how we make the money, right? So, the Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad and Poor Dad, he has written the book called Business of 21st Century. And he talks about different quadrant, like how people make the income, right? And if you see on the slide, so there is an employee section, then there is a self-employed, there is a business owner, and there is an investor, right? But what happens, 80% of the population is on the employee and self-employed section. And only 20% of the population is in business owner and investor. But being said that, 80% is money on the business side. But the thing is, not everybody can do the business. Whenever somebody talks about business, what we think about big investment, right? So that's why a lot of people, they don't have a good self-image to even think of business. They are happy with their job. So let's talk about the employment, like what happens in employment. Employment is simple, right? We are trading our time with money. So whatever, and employment is mostly the people, they are the people who are happy the rest of their life in employment because they are looking for security. What I mean by security, they think, okay, I have a fixed job, I am getting a salary, I know for sure I'm going to get my salary and I'm secure. That's it. They don't want to take any risk. But you don't know, first of all, there is no security in the job. Ashok just mentioned, right? Like all of a sudden the job is gone. So that is very wrong thinking, like you have a security. The second thing is, whatever time you spend, you get the money, right? Then there is so much pressure in the job, your boss, sometimes people don't like the work atmosphere. And if you think 8 hours of the day, that's the most premium time of your day out of 24 hours people spend in the work. And if you don't like the workplace, it's not worth it, right? And then what happens, sometimes people, what they do, because they want some control of time, they move to self-employment. And self-employment is the people, mostly the people who are looking for independence, right? They want their own time, they can go to their own time and stuff like that, right? So basically the people have mostly the people, they have a technical and management skill, they move to self-employment, and then they have their own consultancy or small business. But again, what happens there, it's at least in the job, you have a job, somebody else, you go the time, whatever time you trade, you get the money. Here in self-employment, if something happens to you and your store is closed, there is zero money, there is nothing, right? And basically you are your own boss, so you cannot do anything. You have to take care of everything. Like for example, if you have a dentist clinic and you went on vacation, somebody have a toothache, They're not going to wait for you. They will go somewhere else. So there's so much competition actually in these small businesses. There's so much competition. So you really have to be on the top all the time. There's no family time, like it's like very tough. My brother and sister-in-law, they are both, doctor back home, and my sister-in-law, she has her own private clinic. She has no family time. She is, always outside. It's like you don't have any control of time. So basically you buy back your job. Now if you come to the business, what happens, the business minded people, actually the people, they are thinking about the wealth building, right? And in the business, like as I said, in the self-employment, you need a technical and management skill, then you can have a self-employment. But if you want to do a business, you need a leadership skill. There is a mindset, because the simply I can, if I say what happens if somebody is a business owner, they will like to have a team of people with a lot of technical and management skill. But if you go on self-employed section, there's a lot of ego issue, because you are the boss. So, you want to be the best. You want to be the best technical skill you have, or management skill, whatever you have, you want to be your own best. So it's all about you. But in the business owners, they create a team of people. So they leverage, so what happens, you leverage the skills of other people, and that's how you are not dependent on yourself, right? Then the last one is the investor. Investor is basically, the people who have lots of money, they invest and they earn money. So basically tonight we are going to talk about the business, like how you can move from self-employment to self-employment and employment section to the business owner. Now, as I said in the earlier, like when you talk about the business, you think lots of like about investment. Okay, you have to do investment. But now in 21st century business, it's all in, information is business. So as we said, like there is no need of big investment. And the best part is, like, to become a self-employed, you have to really leave your job, whatever you are doing full time. Here you don't have to do. And in this slide, I'll explain you what I mean. So here you see there are two models, industrial age model and information age model, right? So what happens in industrial age model? That is the old model. So basically, all of us, most of us, we are working, right? And what happens? We work, we get a salary, right? And then all of us, I am sure it's a silly question to ask, but we all brushed our teeth this morning. We all took shower. We all used deodorant. Dishes happened, cooking happened, right? So what happens for all these things? We spend money. So basically we work, and then whatever money we get, we trade our time and we get the job. From the job, we get the money. And then we go to different stores and we buy the stuff for daily necessity. And then again, we are just giving our money to the store, and we are getting the product. Product is finished, money is finished at the moment we bought this stuff at the store. So basically the same cycle is going on and on. So nothing is changing. So what happens in information age model? As I keep saying again and again, there is no investment. So here we talk about switching your buying location. So what happens, you create a network, and then what happens, you have your own store. So you buy the stuff from your own store. You just switch your buying location. So before you were buying from different XYZ store, now you are buying from your own store. So you became a prosumer. So what is prosumer? Prosumer is someone, he is producing this product and consuming at the same time. So you became a prosumer. So what happens when you become a prosumer? You are saving, you are earning some income out of your expenses. How beautiful is that, right? So that is the information age model. And in that, you start first by yourself, switching your buying location, and then you create a network of people. And that's how we will further explain, like, how does it work. And this is the way, the business, you can move from self-employment or employment to the business sector without your much of investment, or without disturbing your full-time activity, job, or business, whatever you are doing, right? So we have amazing exclusive products.
Yeah, and so if you look at the left side, we have amazing brands like Nutrilite, Artistry, Excess Energy Drink, and on the right side we have major retailers. Just anybody could think of that people are buying all the time. And if you look at a shopping mall, there's Apple. Apple's not a partner with anybody, but most people have Apple phones and Apple devices. They're a partner with us. So all you have to do is just change your buying location. Instead of buying from your own, from outside, buy from your own business. You can buy Apple products for business, Lowe's, Lego. My sons used to love playing with Lego growing up. Nike shoes. My son saves money all year to buy the latest shoes. North Face, Sports Check, Foot Locker, Bed Bath & Beyond, Banana Republic, Hewlett Packard for offices, Old Navy. You can just, whoever you can think of is partnered with us. So we have basically 1 million plus product and services involved. But if you look at the exclusive brands on the left side, Nutrilite is a 80-plus-year-old company. And they're pioneers into the health and wellness industry with botanical products, herbal products, and everything they've grown on organic farms around the world. They have partnerships with thousands of universities and research labs around the world. And those plants are harvested in those areas where it's the best to grow them. For instance, we have an acerola cherry grown in farms in Brazil. And those cherries, one cherry has a potency equivalent to 8 oranges. So that's the best source of vitamin C. And not only that, vitamin C is harvested at the peak of its potency into a tablet within 24 hours. And we have a product like extended vitamin C, where that vitamin C is extended into your body over an 8-hour period. So we have amazing such products with Nutrilite. So it's, according to your, we talk about facts and opinion, according to Euromonitor, it's #1 selling vitamin and dietary supplements band. If you look at weight loss and health and wellness, that's the biggest growing industry in the world right now. And Nutrilite has the best products. And you look at skincare, RDC is one of the world's, among the world's top 10 largest selling brands. It's premium brands. We have skincare brands that go from basic skincare to premium brands. We have a luxury skin cream that's better than any product used by Hollywood film stars. And artistry is not just for females, it's men's skincare is probably one of the biggest growing markets out there. And we have amazing skincare line for men as well. Because men have to look very young when they go to the workplace, because there's a lot of young graduates entering the workplace. So if you're 40 plus, you have to compete with young 20-year-olds entering and young graduates from university entering the workplace. And life is very hectic these days. You have to stay well, you have to stay fit. And so we have the best products for that. And then Access Energy Drink. It's probably an exclusive energy drink that's sugar-free. It's like a guilt-free drink because you can drink it, get energy, it promotes weight loss. There's zero sugar, zero carbs, and all the energy comes from B12 vitamins. And the Access Energy line is not just for energy drinks. It comes with shakes. It comes with chips, which are organic and fat-free. So it's very healthy alternative to instead of eating potato chips. And then there's shakes, there's drinks you can make. So there's a lot of great health and wellness line out there. These are just 3 keys, but we have so many exclusive brands. And keep in mind, exclusive means that it's not available in any store. So these products are only available through your own retail, your own portal. Like Smita talked about, building an asset for yourself in the information age, building your own website. So you can have access to exclusive products that are not available anywhere else. And whether it's like home care, they talk about Go Green and environmentally friendly products. We have our product line for house care, Legacy of Clean, that's a pioneer for over like 40 years now. So we have anything you can think of by the time you get up in the morning to go to bed. We have products for all types of things you do every day. Now, the company we're involved with is called Amway. Amway is established in 1959 in the US, and today they're in over 100 countries worldwide. And if you look at this company, 2019, 8.4 billion in global sales. And just think about it. When markets were really tough in the last 2 years with the COVID environment, our company grew. And not only our company, the whole industry went from a traditional market to an online market. And online companies really grew, and Amway is one of the top companies in the online market now. They look at 61.3 billion in bonuses and incentives paid out since 1959. And that's more than any other direct selling company in the history. And Amway is #1 in direct selling for the past 10 years in a row. That's 10 years in a row. That's like something that's undisputable. So when we talk about facts and opinions, this is an undisputable fact that we're the #1 direct selling company in the world in network marketing. And we offer a 180-day guarantee satisfaction because the Amway stands by the product. And when we talked about, research labs and all these testing, like one Nutrilite bottle of vitamins goes through probably over 200 quality control checks. So which other company can do that? And the reason why Amway can do that, because we pay no advertising and marketing. And any company you look at spends about 30 or 40% of their advertising marketing cost in launching a product or establishing a product. Amway doesn't pay that much money in advertising and marketing. And so they spend that money in research and development. And then also they pay out huge bonuses to business partners like us. And that's why their products are guaranteed, because we know that once the consumer buys that product, they're going to like it. And if it doesn't suit their needs, we'll refund them within 6 months. Like if you go to Walmart and buy a toothpaste and go back the next day saying, I don't like this toothpaste because I opened it, I tried it, Walmart was started, we cannot refund you. But in Amway, you can buy a toothpaste within 180 days. If you find it's not satisfying as they claim, they'll refund you your money. We're number 44 on the Forbes list of one of the largest private companies out there. And just to think, for a private company, we have no shareholders, no stocks. We're a fully funded company. So we don't need any financiers or investors out there. It's established since 1959. And just think about it, how many companies are over 60 years old? There's very few companies in the global market right now. And we have 780 patents. So for a company to get a patent, it takes years and years of research, and you have to lobby and present your case to get that patent. So from day one to get a patent is many years of research and development. And Amway has 780 patents. So can you imagine the quality and the research they do to get the product to the consumer? So why choose Amway? Like I said, it's the #1 direct selling company over 8 years in a row. The diverse product selection I talked about, we're involved in over 50 states and 100 countries worldwide. So you can sit at home and have a global business. When me and my wife build the business during the day, we go bed at night, and while we're sleeping, our India business is growing overnight. And we wake up in the morning and receive a lot of messages about the growth that's happening. So it's a 24-hour business, 365 days a year. And there's many countries. If you go to Europe, many countries out there, Africa, Asia, all the continents are involved with us. And so you can get a lucrative business with earning income from various countries. And one of the key factors of success is business owner representation through IBOA. And so you're not only in business by yourself, you have a team behind you, and a team that looks after your best interests. You have a legal team, a financial team, and current trends keep changing. You look at the COVID environment, but why did Amway go from strength to strength? Because the IBOA had the best interest in mind. They're always a step ahead. So the work they're doing now is affecting the business space 5 years from now. The IBOA board is aware of what's happening in the world. And so they're ready for all the trends that are happening 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And we're always ready for it. That's why you're backed by the biggest industry, a strong mentorship, and it's like unparalleled force behind you.
And you know what, any business, what happens, anything we do, we need education, right? Like, doesn't matter if, I know there are some students on the call tonight, you start working in McDonald's or, anywhere you start working or any warehouse, they don't put you on the floor day one, right? You need some training, some education. So anything, we are going to school, university, to get graduation, and then we do the job. So similarly here, the best part we like about, we have an amazing training and education system. And as Ashok mentioned in the beginning about the mentorship program, and then this, along with that, this coaching and mentorship makes so easier the job, because what happens, you see, like I am from the science background, Ashok is in a different background. There are a lot of people from all different backgrounds. So not most of the people are from the business background. So it's very important to have a system. So we have an amazing system, the teaching system, coaching and mentorship program. So that keeps all of us on the same page actually. And the best thing is, as I keep saying again and again, there is no big investment of money, and no, you don't have to disturb your productive time. So everything is online, everything is digital. So, we have a mobile app, we have conferences, we have the talks, podcast talk. Whenever you have time, you can listen it. It's not like that you have to listen in certain time or you have to go, right? So this is like a Brit Worldwide is a great tool along with the Amway to build a business, right? Now we are talking for last half an hour. You must be wondering what we have to do. Like everything looks good, what we have to do. So it's very simple. As you see in the middle, just imagine yourself. That's you. Your picture. You see one side there is Amway, one side as Brit Worldwide. So Amway is what? Amway is providing us the product, basically, right? So Amway is a virtual shop for us. Brit Worldwide on the other side, it's as I mentioned, is a coaching and mentorship program there. So basically what happens, as I mentioned earlier, like if you have a conventional business, there's so much competition, right? So if you open a gas station and there is a gas station across the street, they are doing a great business. Do you think they will teach you? No, because you are in the competition. Here, what happens, Ashok will talk about the business model, the network, the model is itself, it's so beautiful that there is no competition between each other. Everybody wants to learn. Everybody is growing together by sharing their expertise or their knowledge, what they are learning. So what we have to do here, basically through Amway, we just switch our buying location. So there is a book called Household Gold. I'll highly recommend everyone. If you are new, I'm sure somebody will provide you the soft copy or audio book. The book called Household Gold, that book talks about converting your household expenses into investment. How beautiful is that? Like I washed my hair today and I use the shampoo. While I'm using the shampoo, I'm getting paid to use my shampoo. How cool is that? Think about that. So you have to think like that. Whatever product you are using at household every single day, you are getting paid. We never think like that, and we never get paid. We pay to get the product. So here in this business, what you can do, you switch your buying location, and whatever product you are buying, you will get paid for that. So that is Amway. You get the product from it and you educate yourself through the system, and then you share with others. So you develop customers, you develop your network, So there is a balance of both. You need the customers as well. You need business network as a network too to grow your business. So now we are going to show you the money part, how you can make the money through this business.
Yeah, so now here comes the fun part, because everyone wants to know, okay, this business is great. How will it work for me? How much money can I make? To start off, how much money can you make is the sky's the limit, because you decide how much you make. So what you want to do is get back to the person who invited you, make a game plan and say, I want to make so much money every month. And then they'll guide you with the steps on how to do that. But let's just look at the business model in a simple way. So you start in business for today, day one. And how do you get paid? So we have a point system. And to keep it simple, I'm going to use the point system because it's easier to calculate this way. So for every $3 you spend, you get 1 point. So you see on the left in the orange box, it says 1 PV equals 3 BV. That simply means that for every $3 you spend, you get 1 point, right? And now as you do your shopping and you have your client sales, you're gonna grow your market. Now, if you generate 100 points, you get compensated by 3%. And that's what you have in the performance bonus schedule. And that can go from 3% all the way up to 25%. So if you have 300 points, you get 6%, 600 points, you get 9%, and so on. So let's just say you're in business day one, and after 1 month, you have some clients, you buy some personal products for your home, and you generate about 150 points. And within those clients, you get about $25 in retail profits. So at 100 points, 150 PV, you're at 3% level because you did over 100 PV. You'll get 3%. So that'll be another $14.25. And because you have some clients and customers, you get incentives of $17.50. So now your monthly income is $56.75. And so some people may think, okay, $56 is not much of an income. But think about it. It's not the amount of money you have, it's how you earn that money. What did you do to earn that money? All you did right now is just shop and maybe talk to some people and share the product ideas with them. Think about it. That's what people are doing in their everyday life. If you go to like retail stores like Walmart and shop, just think, like I've been in this country about over 40 years and been shopping since over 40 years in Walmart. And Not once have I gotten a check back for shopping with them. Not once has Walmart said, thank you, Ashok, we'll be a loyal customer for over 40 years, we'll give you a check. Not once. And now here, in first month of shopping with Amway, you get a check back just for shopping with them. So just think how easy it is just to make money by not really doing too much. And then if you're somebody who's very busy and you're just thinking of doing this business and you may want to do it later on, but you like to shop for the products, if you don't do anything else, you'll generate over $600, close to $700 in income just by shopping. Just think, you cannot get $700 shopping anywhere else. And this business, like Smita said, pays you just for using the products. And so all you have to do is shop, share, and educate, and then you can have actually a big business. But also look at this. When me and Smita started this business a few years back, our first check was $7. And so when a lot of people say, oh, I've heard of Amway, I know about Amway. Honestly, if you were in business last October, and from last October to today, the business is totally different. In COVID times, the business has changed. So if you've been in the business in 2019, it's not the same Amway business anymore. And this company is involved since over 60 years. So, business keeps evolving. So you cannot say it's like, the business until you actually be involved. Like, we showed there's 3 ways to make money here. There's retail profit, performance bonus, and sales incentives. So you can earn incomes 3 different ways. And then plus, as we go on, we'll show you more ways to make money. So step 1, what you want to do is educate yourself, get educated about the products, and change your buying location. Think of it as there's 2 stores, A and B. A is your store, B is the other store you used to buy. You used to shop in shop B for many years, but you never got any money back. All of a sudden, you decide to have your own business and shop from your own store. Now you're earning money. It's like real estate versus retail estate. And retail estate, it's like a household concept. You're buying products for your home, investing in your products, and letting those products earn money for you. Now let's take it to the second step. So you understand a little bit about the business now. You talk to some people, you may talk to maybe 30, 40 people, but 6 people said, you know what, I'd like to give this a try. And so you teach them, you bring them to the association and bring some meetings, educate them. And then what they do the same thing. All you do is tell them that instead of buying from outside, buy from your own business and get some share the product with your friends and get some clients. So they all do the same thing. They do 150 points worth of business. And now you have 7 people in your team, including yourself. And that's about 1,050 points of business. So now you can see highlighted 1,000 PV equals 12%. So now you're at the 12% bonus and you're getting $399 just as a performance bonus. Your retail profits are about the same. And then of course the corporation pays out the other IPOs in your network. And now your income is $338. Now just look at this carefully. In the previous month, you changed your buying location, you got $56. Now you share the concept with other people. You still just bought the same products you use any which way, but now instead of $56, you're getting $338. Look at the growth. That's an annual income about $4,000 if you just do this, nothing else all year. But just think about it. To generate 150 PV, that's about how much? $400 worth of shopping, and your income is $338. That's more than 75% coming back to you. And a lot of people look for deals. Some people wait all year until Black Friday comes in November to buy a laptop, and they look for Christmas sales, Boxing Day sales. Here you're getting 75% off all your purchases just at this level. And now it's not going to stop here. You're continuing to shop, share, and educate. And now those 6 people in business, they realize there's a lot of lucrative potential here, and they're going to talk to people. Now look at the power of networks. Each people will bring other people on board that you may not have heard of. It happens to us. Sometimes we wake up in the morning and we get an email notification that a new IPO has joined. And sometimes I ask Smita, do you know this person? She goes, no. And she goes, I thought you knew who that person is. And I say, I don't know who that is. And then we checked. Somebody in our network registers somebody. And that's what the power of networks is, because you don't know who's going to build a business. And somebody could be in Chicago, somebody could be in Los Angeles, somebody could be in Winnipeg, and your network is growing. And if you look at this model, everybody just brings 3 people on board. You have around 25 IBOs, independent business owners with you. And now the PV generated is a 3750. And so you're at 18% because you're above 2,500, but not quite 400 yet. So you're at 18%. And now at 18%, you're getting about $2,137 a month. And all you're doing is same shopping. We're not telling you to stock on products. We're not telling you to keep any inventory. That's the beauty of this business, because you don't have to keep a warehouse. You don't have to have employees. Everything is on your device, whether it's a laptop or phone. You get some orders, you just go and order through the website and have it shipped to that address. So you have no inventory or no warehouse with you, no expenses. And that's the beauty. And now you're getting about monthly income is about $1,136. And think about it, just to get a raise of $1,000 is nearly impossible in your workplace these days. Everyone's getting around 2 to 5%. If you get 5%, you're very fortunate in today's environment. And now look at the growth. Just by learning a business on the side, spending a few hours a week, now you can earn about $1,100 a month. You know, for somebody that could be a brand new car with car payments, insurance, even like a 407 bill. You know, you can take care of a lot of things. It could be someone's money going towards their rent or mortgage payment. You know, you can cut your mortgage payment in half maybe. So there's a lot of key things you could do in this business. You know, a lot of times people think, maybe if I have an extra $500, that could really change a lot in my lifestyle. So now look at here, you're getting one over $1,100 every month. And that can change a lot of things. You know, people could money for their education fund for their children. There's so many things you could do. But now let's take it a step further. Now, suppose everybody in your network does the same thing, and then those 3 people who joined, they bring on 2 more people. Now you have over 61 IBOs in your team. They're generating over 9,000 PV. And so you're at the 25% level. So the performance bonus maxed out at 25, but income is still, the potential is unlimited still. And it'll show you that you don't stop earning here, you can even earn much beyond this level. But for this model, look at it at 25%, you're getting about 7,243 paid out in bonuses. Of course, the corporation is going to pay it out your network as well. And your monthly income is close to $3,000 a month. And just think about it. For a couple, one of the husband or wife can leave their job at $3,000 per month. You know, just think about it, being an entrepreneur full-time. Like at this level, Smita, my wife, left her job. And now she has so much time on her hand to do the things she wants to do. She does the business full-time. She manages the house, helps take care of the kids, and she's building business on her time. You know, if there's a major snowstorm, some people have to go to work. She doesn't have to. She can stay at home and just build her business. And she does it on her time. And time is very important. It's what I said, time versus money. A lot of people can earn a lot of money, but they cannot get time back. Some people earn so much money, but they don't have time to spend it. Here, you can get time back now at this level because you can, no one person can choose to build a business full-time and stop going to work. And now, think about it too. Like we talked about 10 to 12 hours per week, and you get paid an income of over $3,000. That's like really amazing. And not only that, once you reach this level, I'm sure you feel that, you know, I'm confident I can teach others. And a lot of people in your network will want to learn from you too now. They'll say, okay, what did you do? They're going to pay more close attention to you. They want to say, how did you earn that money? So now if you look at it, next level, once you reach that 25%, 7,500 PV, if you teach a person in your network to do that, Amway will pay you a 6% leadership bonus. So that 6% won't come from anybody in your network's business. It'll come from only the Amway Corporation itself. So on top of the 3,000 plus you're earning, you'll get an additional 6%, which could be about close to $1,400 a month. Like on the slide, it says $1,350 here. So based on your structure, you can get about $1,350 a month. And if you keep helping others, you can, the sky's the limit. This model shows 6, but like in the model as shown, it doesn't have to be 6, it could be 8, it could be 10. There's no limit for you. So we talked about ways to make money, right? We talked about the retail margin, the bonus, and the incentives, and plus the leadership. Now here's a 4th way to make money. And as you help those in the network, your business will really grow into a huge level. And that's what we showed that, you know, there's people in the industry who have become financially free through this opportunity. And we have people invited on this call who will come in a short while, and they'll talk about how they reached these levels as well.
So, Ashok showed you like the money part, right? Like different level, you make a different money. But this slide actually explains very well that this business is completely performance based. A lot of people think, it's kind of a pyramid scheme. Like we talk to people, oh, you have to make a chain and pyramid and stuff like that. Basically, this is something is a performance based, right? Because in the job, what happens, like, in the office, the same office, the janitor is entering in the office and the president of the company is entering in the office. Do you think they make the same amount of the money? They stay the same hour in the company? No, right? Because the president of the company is going to make way more because that's his position. So here what happens is completely performance based, and I will quickly explain. Here you see example A, B, C. So A is someone who helped one of the organization to go 25%, as Ashok was talking about. Then B is someone who helped 3 organizations to go 25%. Then the C, the bottom person, he created a bigger network. He helped 6 organizations to help 25%. So it's a very simple math team, guys. So what is happening? The C is getting 6 times 6% leadership bonus, right? That is 1,300 or 1,400 times 6. But the B is getting 3 times because he had 3. But the A on the top, he had only 1%. So what he's getting only $1,350. So this is basically a performance-based income. This is the best thing I like about this business opportunity. It's not like that I created a network of 10 and I am sitting and I'm thinking my network is working, I am going to earn income. No, you need to perform. This is the beauty of the business. It's a good news and a bad news too, but that's how it is. And this is really fair. So everybody is, happy to see the work because they know they are going to get the reward what they are doing, right? And some of you, maybe as Ashok was talking about the why, the first slide, maybe some of you love vacation. Who doesn't love the paid vacation, right? You don't have to budget. Like people budget for whole year for the March break vacation here. I see, like, here what happens when you reach a certain level, it's not a free vacation, I will say. It's a reward Amway gives you for your hard work. So it's a reward. Basically, you go on different trips, all like, it's exotic places, but it's amazing, fully paid by Amway. So this is the reward for your hard work. So if if your one of your dream is to travel, you know what, you will be tired of traveling. Like our leaders, they go like, people at certain level, they go so many different vacation, right? And the other thing is in this business, as Ashok said in the beginning, it's a process, a step, right? So it's not like that it's an open thing, anybody can join it. We welcome everyone, but again, we are looking for the people who are hungry, humble, and ready, want to do something in their life. So there is some criteria, as I said, you have a desire to learn and grow, you are an accountable person, and you have strong values, good attitude, and you are, the most important thing is you are willing to accept the mentorship. Because maybe, right now, maybe you are invited by someone who is way younger than you. So now the ego comes, okay, he's so young, then how can he teach me? But here there's the mentorship, because that person, maybe he is very younger than you, or maybe he is more educated, less educated than you. But in this business, he had earned that leadership. So he has that leadership and the knowledge to share and teach and help you, right? So that's how the most important thing, we are looking for the people who are willing to accept the mentorship program, right? So I'll just give Ashok to close the meeting. And yeah,
so we gave you a lot of information, a lot of things to think about tonight, but the key thing is to write down some key questions you have and get back to the person who invited you so they can answer those questions. Schedule a follow-up meeting, review the materials, identify your goals, like I mentioned, like how much money you want to make, how much time you want to spend. The person who invited you will guide you, because income is unlimited and you can make a lot of money in this business. So get back to them and ask them how I can do that. They'll guide you and build a case yourself. But the thing is, like, when you want to review this opportunity, look at the reputable sources out there. Look at Better Business Bureau, which gave Amway A+ rating. So don't talk out to your friends or relatives, because like I said, the business is evolving. It's not the same Amway business that it was last October. so many changes. Like I showed tonight, 3 ways to make money. Those incentives weren't available in Amway last year. Most of the business has changed. The business today is not going to be the same business 5 months from now. So it's a constantly changing environment. So if you really want to learn about how this business is, you have to get the information from people actually building the business. Get back to them, ask them what are they doing, and then they can guide you to the right information. Like if you want financial planning, are you going to ask your uncle about which investments to make, or are you going to go ask a financial planner? Right? A lot of people will go Google WebMD and try to get medical advice online. Is that the best way? Or you actually want to see a doctor and get the proper advice? So in this business or anything in life, you want to get information from the right place. Like Google is a search engine, not a research engine. And like when we first started this opportunity, I took my father and he says, no, just focus on your job and don't worry about things that these things don't work. Because as a parent, he was being protective, but he didn't really understand the full potential of this business. And when we came to a meeting, we saw people who were university level building a huge business. We saw some people who are very old in age, but building a strong business, couples, somebody who's very busy like a doctor and a lawyer building a business, some people who are traveling a lot, like truck drivers building a business. So people from all aspects of life are building it. And we realized if they're successful, there must be something in this. So we wanted to learn from them and actually find out how this business really works. And the best way is to actually do the business. It's like swimming. You cannot read a book about swimming. You cannot watch videos and learn how to swim. You actually have to jump in the water. And that's what my wife did. We said, there's a lot of potential here. We have to try this and try it seriously. We gave ourselves a full year to really educate ourselves and learn the system, learn the products, and then we'll evaluate ourselves after 1 year. So that's what you have to do. Get back to the person who invited you. And this is a very lucrative opportunity. It was a pleasure speaking tonight, and back to our host, Shubha.
Wow. That was amazing presentation. Give them another round of applause, please. So as Smita and Ashok mentioned, different success level in the business. So we have very successful couples in this virtual session. So I'm going to invite Q12 Going Emeralds, Arvind and Poonam on the stage. Over to you. You guys are muted.
All right. Sorry about that. It's technical glitch. Shubha, wonderful hosting tonight. Okay.
Thank you.
It was in a flow. Amazing. And then Ashok and Smita did a presentation, a brilliant presentation, like always. And we always look forward for their presentation. The way they come across the points, they make things so easy for people. And believe me, it's true. By profession, I'm in auto industry sales for new people, and my name is Arvind, as Shubha mentioned. Now, if you're a human being, you know what? We don't have to sugarcoat anything for you. If you're a first timer, you're looking. Number one. Number two, you're ambitious. Number three, there's a question: do you want to do it? So when you come to this, you accepted this invitation to attend this VES. I'm sure that you are looking and you want to do it. Now, simple thing is that do not complicate it. Do not complicate it, because what happens, the concept is so easy and understandable that people get confused. Because these days people have a habit to look for critical things. They want to complicate everything and they want to find out that flaw. And I was one of you, believe me. I was looking at how it can be so simple. If it was so simple and money making was so easy, why not everybody's doing? But my thinking was that, hey, the people who have a desire and dreams and they can sustain it for a longer period of time, they will find something like this, because it is related with your family. Means I can do this business with my family. I don't have to look for partners outside. I have partner besides me. In your case, if you're single or you want to build it single, you can do it. Time is changing. That's so true. Ashok very well said. Time is changing. Your job is not guaranteed. Believe me. I'm in the job market and every day I have a sword hanging on my head, that what will happen tomorrow? What will happen tomorrow? Maybe you are lucky one. You can survive for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years down the road. But you have to find your way out, because nobody's looking for your best interest other than you. So come on and join us. Look at this business 2 or 3 times more, again and again, and find your own comfort level, that where you are comfortable. Are you good in learning, educating yourself? And if you are a people person, you can maximize your skills, strengthen them. And coaching and mentorship program is available for you. It's a world class program. This platform is not about selling the products and utilizing it, but changing other people's life as well, along with yours. So here's my wife, Poonam. Thank you.
Hey, good evening, everyone. I'm excited about this opportunity shown by Dr. Smita and Ashok. It is very simple, right? And when I saw this opportunity, just when Smita mentioned that if you are a traveler, if you love traveling and this is a paid trip, this October this will be our third Disney trip and fully paid by corporation. So I mean, I meet people here in whole life they only been one time to Disney, and then they plan for years and years and years, and this will be our third trip. But when I started, did I believe that everything gonna happen, or this is it, or this is how it happened? Not really. Okay, I was just looking for $500 so I can stay home, so my baby should not go to the babysitter. But hey, I catch up my big dream in the bigger functions, the one which is gonna happen in August 13 and 14. If you are a IBO, if you are in the business, or if you're out of the business, just come and check this out. This is so real, and the real people are doing it. If you can just invest your $150-$160, I never knew that. And that was not my money which somebody gave me. That was my hard-earned money which I put into that to attain that function. And from that where I got the dream. And then I learned that this is so simple, it's so doable. Now I'm reaping the reward. So you all can do for this. Okay? So come on and join us.
Back to our host, Shubha.
Thank you, Arvind and Poonan. That was so nice. So now it's my privilege to invite our diamonds, Sid and Rup Ganguly. They have huge business all over in the world, and they are going EDC. So please help me welcome Sid and Rup Ganguly.
Thank you, Shubha. That was incredible. And what a wonderful evening by Ashok, Smita. This is so phenomenal, guys. Thank you so much. And to everyone listening, whether your first time or 100th time, it's a privilege that you're here and that you have a dream. Not many people have a dream. And then few people can connect dream and hard work together. And you have done that. And that's awesome. And Rup and I saw this opportunity, just like Ashok Smita presented several years back. And we not only had a dream, but we also knew there was some work involved. And we started putting in the work, and we started changing and understanding and realizing how to move forward. So guys, we joined the business. We were willing to be coached and mentored. We understood how to put a team together. And what resulted was, in a few years, honestly, we came to a position where we started seeing financial success. Forget about able to give up the jobs and stay at home. We started realizing our dreams. From this very subtle business, you never realize how big it can be. But we realized a couple of things. If you stay consistent, very few people stay consistent, life will hit curveballs at you. My experience has been most people cannot handle curveballs because we come from simple backgrounds. We wallow in self-pity. We want people to understand us, but life doesn't understand us. And we understood that. So we became stronger mentally. We became stronger emotionally. We could handle life struggles. And a coach helped us in that. Because you see, in this business, you're not putting in your money, you're putting in your intellectual capital into play. And because we had someone to guide us and mentor us, folks, we could go through the ups and downs of life. And what has happened today, we got people all over the world. Our residual income keeps on growing. And it's wonderful people like Ashok and Smita, Arvind and Poonam and Shubha, and all those wonderful people that you see that we kept on accumulating, giving them strength, and also leading the team from the front. and we are incredibly successful, and we have an incredibly beautiful life. So before we sign up for the first half, guys, I want you guys to listen to my wife for a few, and then we break up. It was great talking to you. We'll see you soon.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Happy August. This is the first meeting of the week. And for all of you who are already in the business, hello. And for all of you who are prospects on this call, well, we are a live example of if anyone was a basket case before and was ready to change and become, they can do whatever they want to put their eyes on. And you can do the same. So we were just two ordinary people willing to do something extra on a day-to-day basis. That's all it was. So 9 to 5, we would go out and work for somebody else. And then after coming back home from 5 to 9, we would actually be excited, to work for ourselves because we always had the end in mind. And our end was always to retire early. And that was the end for us. And so the process actually didn't matter. So somebody came up to us and actually asked, where do you see yourself 3 to 5 years from now? And we were hit because nobody ever asked us this question. And we were also going with the flow, like robots, getting up in the morning, going to bed at a certain time, getting again in the morning. So we didn't absolutely had any vision. We were walking through the tunnel. We didn't go over the bridge, right? But then we realized, and our mentors showed us the pathway. So we are not looking for credentials or skill sets. All we are looking for is a mindset of an entrepreneurship and an entrepreneur born in you, and basically the ability to submit to your mentors, because they are the ones who are the guiding lights, and they would actually show you the way to financial independence. And that is the reason at the age of 28, I was blessed to be retired, never ever went back to work. And Sid, as you wonderfully saw him right now, he was retired at the age of 35. So it is a blessed life. And not only that, it actually yields legacy income for all of you. So thank you very much. Back to the host with the most. I can just see her here. So yeah, Shubha.
Thank you so much, Roop and Sid. It was always very nice to listen and learn from you guys. So thank you again. So this was the end of our first part. So I'm going to request new people to book an appointment with the people who invited you. And next session is going to be our training session. So new people can log out, and we will be back in 5 minutes. Thank you so much.